If you could put an extremely petty curse on your archenemy, what would it be? That their archenemy would be wildly successful. And if that happens to be you, it's just an added bonus. Everything they say sounds sarcastic. Even if it's not, I hope you have a good wedding. Because you're my best friend. Sorry boss. Can't make it in today cause I'm sick. Always step in a wet spot while wearing socks. This, and always having your pocket catch a dresser handle / doorknob are the most infuriating things. That whenever they try to watch a video / movie / music it buffers for 45 secs. Then a further 30 secs during the best parts. Who hurt you? I hope that, whenever they reach a traffic light, it's just turned red. Now does that count? Even if someone else drives them, and they are just a passenger? Yes. They don't even have to be driving. They could be walking, and the light turns red right as they're about to cross. You will never be able to get comfortable in bed. Every time he tries to click something on a website, a new ad loads, and he clicks it instead. Hey, it's minor inconvenience. Make it every 4th click and I'm on board. On the cusp of a sneeze at all times but never sneeze. There is no cool side on the pillow. Always only having one ear but working. To suffer the same perpetually bad luck that I do. Make it so he won't be capable of telling lies to people he has nefarious intentions for. They step on a Lego once a day. To always have a small pebble in their shoes / boots. I fear no man. But that thing. It scares me. May their socks always be wet. Their counter change always be a penny short. Their funny bone be twice as likely to be hit. And their headphone cord be irreparably tangled. So mote it be. They get chased by a small light ball. The ball will kill them painfully. Can go through walls. Always takes the direct way and is invisible to others. However, the ball is very slow. Imagine going to sleep and not knowing the current location of the ball. He could be in the next room. Maybe 500 meters away. He could come through the floor at any given moment. The ball will not get you today. Maybe not tomorrow. But you know. He is there. Always behind you. And someday. He will get you. Is this petty though? To feel like you have to sneeze forever. But never actually sneezing to relieve the tension / discomfort. Their ice cubes melt ever so slightly faster. Drinks get a little more watered down. I've thought about this one before. Never enough creamer for the amount of coffee poured. Gaslight meter is always off by 2 to 3 miles in either direction. So they will never know their car. Favorite radio station is Audible but always statusy. Shoelaces break after every use ± swelling of feet. So no shoelace shoes are not possible. Disintegrating toilet paper at inconvenient times. Seatbelt always locks. Washing machine always goes off balance. Never enough batteries or always the wrong batteries. Exact change only transactions. Single use mattress set. My personal favorite hell to impose. Favorite sports team always gets to the championship game and loses in the final seconds to a freak play. If they're an introvert, make everyone interested in being their friend. For extroverts, make no one interested. Get a job Satan! Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. Every time they open a packet of anything rather than opening nicely it'll tear down the entire side and spill half the contents in the floor. That in an argument they would at least make one mistake, so they look more dumb. Tinnitus. They will always have that small spot of hair that just never cooperates when you try to style it. Constantly sweaty palms. The more important the message they are trying to convey, the bigger the coughing fit they will experience while trying to speak. I'd say the USB always goes in the wrong way, but that happens already. Maybe the curse has already taken effect. Get your sleeves wet every time you wash something. Shower constantly changing temperature. Always have a mosquito bite in between your fingers. Edit, spelling. They trip up every 100 or so steps. Not like a complete fall, but the type that makes you prance about for a couple of seconds and draw out of attention. To forever have Ice Baby stuck in their head. I would make it so that they hear random noises throughout the night. Some noises are the average creak. Others are chickens. There's unlimited possibilities. Every night, just after he feel comfortable in his bed, the light turns on. To prevent a paradox, and because I'm in a good mood, I limit this to 1 time per night. 90% of time, when they think to themselves, okay, don't drop this, they drop whatever it is. It's a vicious circle, cause the more they start dropping things, the more they'll think this. The 10% is just to give some hope, only for it to come crashing back down soon after. One asterisk is anything being dropped that could cause injury or death. Dropping a child or something, they only almost drop. Never remember the name of a song when they go to look it up. Never being able to get the smudges off their glasses. That no matter how much alcohol they consume, they will never become intoxicated, but will still wake up with the worst of hangovers. They are an alcoholic. To never be trusted by anyone. When in conversation, in person, on phone, while gaming, Zoom meetings, all types of verbal communication, they can perfectly hear everything everyone else says, but they can only actually understand one word in 5. Wah wah wah, deadline wah. Wah wah, urgent wah wah. When they put their canned food away, the labels disappear and the cans rearrange themselves. Every time their friend group is walking and the sidewalk is too short, they have to be the one behind everyone else. Inconsistent internet connection with random speed drops and disconnects even on devices wired to the modem. For any device they use, including gaming consoles, everything will work fine for everyone else, and during speed tests. Special caveat: if they are playing an online game with someone else, the internet works fine, but they constantly die. Example, they are at their house with friends and playing Cody in multiplayer. The internet is fine, but they are the first to get killed. If revived, they die again. Also, for them to only really suck at games when someone's playing with them, or in an online match, you know, like they are totally boss at Mario Kart when they play alone. But if they play a friend, they lose. Every one of your jigsaw puzzles will have a piece missing. Apostrophe. Every time they eat something messy, a large quantity of it spills on their shirt and stains. Their feet and hands always have the feeling of being asleep, and they never get used to it. And lastly, every spoon, fork or knife that they use for the rest of their life is just slightly dirty, like you can tell it's been used and not washed very well. Whenever they use a pencil, the tip breaks. That their first choice shirt they want to wear to an event will always be sorta dirty. Dirty enough where it's totally dirty and someone might notice, but clean enough that you need to make a hard decision about wearing it. Make them allergic to their favorite food. Every time they pay for something, they will drop something they hold. I would make their shoes too big for them. That way they would have a very hard time walking in the snow. Every story they tell is passively ignored or one-upped by another person. Would drive a narcissist insane. Every time they interrupt another person, they'll inadvertently blurt out extremely embarrassing secrets about themselves. To always be either too warm or too cold when trying to go to sleep. Their shoes are frequently untied, despite them definitely having tied them. To always snag their earbuds on every doorknob they walk by. Their computer and or phone will always turn on randomly at night. I would make it so they constantly find $20 bills on top of sewage grates that always fall down there before they can get to them. Every doorway they ever walk through for the rest of their life has a cobweb in it. Please click subscribe if you enjoyed this video.